Alright, welcome back. As you can see, it's a different video again. This is kind of a request from someone. I believe they're from Canada, because I believe they have a requirement for something up in Canada that requires the windshield washer fluid level indicator. But I didn't purposely do this, it just so happened to do this. So let's go ahead and start the car. And then you can see right here in the bottom right of the speedometer, it has the windshield washer symbol, which is the same thing as if on the stock somewhat, but it's lit up yellow, and that means the washer fluid is low. There's a little sensor on there. I've had this car for about a year and a half now, probably about a year and 3/4. I've added about a half gallon of distilled water. I like using distilled water after the factory stuff runs out, for the simple fact that if the water sits on the car, it doesn't, like, that stuff has ammonia and stuff like that, so that way it dissipates really quickly and it cleans. So just think of that stuff sitting on your paint. So that's the reason why I use distilled water. I'm in Florida, so I never have to worry about freezing, and my car is in the garage, so I never have to worry about freezing even more. So I use distilled water because it doesn't have minerals and stuff like that. It won't start getting, mildew and gunk and stuff in the tank and everything like that. So I use distilled water. You don't get all the bugs off, but I usually clean our cars, especially the fronts of the cars, because of where we live by a highway. So we're always kind of on a highway and there's a lot of bugs around. So I'm always constantly wiping the front of our cars with my how to keep the front of your car looking good video. You can see that. I use the Mother's Instant Detailer and a microfiber cloth. So I do that, and then I'm going to clean the front windshield because you don't like bug splatters when you're driving. So, but that's the indicator. I see the purpose of it, but I haven't added water in it, and it's been like that for about 2 weeks. So to me, it's kind of an annoyance. I like the old school way where if they stop spraying, it means you're out. So to me, that's not really that much of a convenience feature. To me, it wouldn't matter if that was there, but that's the evolution of vehicles and how they're moving on in the world. I believe like Mercedes and BMW, they used to have those back in the day, and it was a nice luxury feature. And as those companies create features like that, like the new thing is adaptive cruise control, eventually that's going to trickle down to the lower end cars because the technology is going to get cheaper to produce. And that's the reason why a lot of people enjoy Mercedes and BMW and those companies being in the market, because they come out with this new expensive technology and it's great, and then you just got to wait a few years and it'll trickle down to the, I don't want to say lower end cars, but the less expensive cars. So something like that, it shows the progress of technology in vehicles. So there's the windshield washer fluid indicator. It does not go out until you fill it back up, and I've gone around corners at a pretty decent speed and it's come on. So it's kind of an instantaneous thing. It's not like where it sends it to the computer and then the computer tells you. I believe it just works strictly off an input source, and then as soon as it goes down below the level, it makes a connection and then it turns on the light. So, but there you go, there it's at. So just one of those other little maintenance things, and on how I take care of it with distilled water. And the reason why I use distilled water is because it has no minerals and things like that, so you want to worry about mildew and fungus and everything like that growing in it in the bottle and then clogging up the lines and stuff like that. So alright, well, check back my other videos and come back soon. Thank you.